Hi guys, Mr. Talbot here for you. This is kind of designed for people that are going to be absent from school on Monday or Wednesday this week, so October 5th or October 7th, because everyone's going to be home on Tuesday. Going to kind of be going over checkpoints 4 and 5. We talked about checkpoint 4 a little bit in class last week, but wanted to go into a little bit more detail. Would really encourage you to pause the video at this time and be setting these goals in your summit week view. So there's some things kind of, on everyone's virtual days, Monday, Tuesday really be studying for the forms of government PFA. You can definitely be taking it while you're at home. You can also be submitting checkpoint 3, which is our argumentative claim. We got to start on that again last week. Um, the other big things to be kind of checking out in class, we're going to be having some time for the forms of government PFA. But again, if you want to take that at home, you can. We're also going to have some work time for these checkpoints that we're going over. So definitely want to be spending some time on checkpoint 4, checkpoint 5 if you're absent. So you missed your in-person day. Wednesday at home, as you can see, we're going to be kind of doing the diagnostic for our next PFA, and then doing a little notes to kind of get us ourselves into a good spot for the cause of the French Revolution PFA. In class, Thursday or Friday, you're going to be submitting checkpoint 5. So we kind of started this last week. Remember, with checkpoint 4 and with checkpoint 5 and this designing a school final project, you're allowed to work with a partner. And obviously, if you're absent, you're going to need to be sending emails, staying in touch with your partner to kind of know what you need to be working on. Make sure before you jump into checkpoint 4 or checkpoint 5 that you have finished up checkpoint 1, because everything you're going to be doing is connecting to those 5 different enlightenment thinkers that we've studied. You can see those 5 people listed here with a smaller bullet. So once we are looking at the actual assignment in checkpoint 4, again, want to be pulling stuff from the first checkpoint. So as you're thinking about, okay, what's the best way to protect students, start thinking about state of nature and social contract, thinking about, how should a school be run to maximize people's potential. We're thinking about natural rights, like what Wollstonecraft talked about, how people should be educated. So there's that. And then when you get into the final question, what are some potential problems? Think about costs and benefits of your school. Why would it work and why would it maybe not work in reality? So this checkpoint, each of these really should be, a couple sentences on each, maybe a short paragraph on each, and not, not looking for big long essays on any of that. Once you've done that, you're ready to move into checkpoint 4. So checkpoint 5. So make sure you submit checkpoint 4 first. And again, everything through this checkpoint 4 and checkpoint 5 is connecting to enlightenment thinker. So please be checking out what you did on checkpoint 1. Please be kind of using your philosophy on checkpoint 4 as you get into checkpoint 5. So the first thing you and your partner are going to be doing is coming up with a mission statement for your school. So I gave you the lead, the Park Hill, and the Park Hill South mission statements to kind of give you some ideas what they look like. Design one for your school. Again, trying to connect it to an enlightenment thinker. You can connect it to more than one if you want, but connect to those enlightenment ideas. Once you've got your mission statement, I want you to brainstorm kind of some visual display. We're going to do like a carousel walk over these schools. So on the next step, you're going to be doing some illustration, but in addition to the illustration of scenarios, we also want you to have one of these different things that you're going to address. So it could be you could be making a map of your school. You think about lead all the different collaboration space we have. This collaboration is a big thing we believe in. You could do something like, make yearbook pages of your staff or something, or show a schedule of, or the courses your things offer. Or maybe it's a school that people have to choose to go to and you're going to have an advertisement for, but something that's going to hit on one or more of the items you see listed there. And for this checkpoint, you're just brainstorming. You don't actually have to make it. That's part of the final product. Then you get into, I think, the most fun part, which is I'm going to give you a big list, like 15 scenarios, and kind of going to do a little bit audible. If you notice on your screen, it's going to say pick 3. It's going to kind of vary on your group size. So if you're working on this by yourself, you're going to pick 2 of the scenarios. If you're doing with one other partner, you're going to do 3. And if you're doing with a group of 3, you're going to have 4. So kind of representing your group size there. Then you're going to get to write your own scenario at the very bottom. Whatever scenario you write, whatever scenario you pick, think of things that you're going to be able to illustrate. And you can do that by hand, you can do that digitally somehow, but some way that you're going to be able to illustrate it. So You're going to tell me the scenario you picked, how your school would respond to that scenario, and then you're going to go ahead and illustrate it. For this checkpoint 5, you don't need to have the illustrations done. You just need to have the written part done. Okay. But when you do get ready to make sure you've got your brainstorming of the visual display, your mission statement, and the different scenarios written out with the school responses. Okay. So guys, let me know if you have any questions. I know it's a ton of information, but again, this is mainly to help the people that are going to be absent on Monday or Wednesday.